Hello and welcome. My name is Wendy Byford. I am the co-founder and president of Your Entity Solution and the founder of the Yes Roundtable, where we take women from startup through to the point where they can scale their business. I am really happy to have as my guest Jessica Olma. Now, Jessica started Scribe Syndicate in 2012, a long time ago. And she's been providing digital marketing assets like website copy, blogs, social and email campaigns for small businesses. And she's continued to offer services now that help business owners scale and transform their companies using AI automation and machine learning to help transform those businesses in the areas of marketing, sales, HR, finance, customer experience, IT, and a whole host of other areas. She lives in Denver, Colorado, and serves clients nationwide. Thank you for joining me, Jessica. It's really great to have you here.
Oh, Wendy, thank you for having me. I look forward to explaining these things.
Great. So let's start with transforming companies using AI automation. I'm sure people hear this all the time and have no idea what that actually means.
Yeah, transformation right now means different things to people who are in different phases of their business and in different industries. So it's very personal. For some people, it's learning how to use chatbots, LLMs, to figure out answers to certain questions and develop agents that can do tasks for them more efficiently. Or in my case, when I'm creating marketing assets, I can create outlines and summaries and get topic ideas and things that it saves a lot of time and energy. Then there's the next step where you implement some actual automation, and the automation tools take away those individual tasks and make them work together without you having to do it physically yourself. Then you have the next step beyond that, which gets into actual machine learning. That's when you have AI agents that learn how to do a particular task, but can actually improve on themselves based on the data sets that you offer them and letting them talk to your employees. So it runs the whole gamut.
Okay, so it can be something as simple as having a chatbot that your clients can access when there's a little thing on your website that says need help, and it can answer basic questions, all the way up to automating tasks that save you 20 or 30 hours a week.
Right, full workflows. Exactly.
Perfect. So let's take an example. Can you give me an example of somebody that you've kind of looked at their business and said, if you did the following things, it would save you so much more time?
There's been some clients that I've spoken with recently who, they want their business to grow and do better. But they had some problems with, say, their website. It wasn't built for AI browser search. So we do website audits that find out what they're doing along with what their competitors are doing and what we can fix on the site. A lot of it has to do with, answering questions. Again, answer engine optimization. AEO is, what it's asking us to do is answer really important questions that potential clients need the answers for. So if your website's not developed to answer those questions, then that's a problem. If you don't have a call to action on every page, you have to tell your client or potential client what they need to do.
Right.
If you have all your services on one page, you need to break them out into individual services because It's all about telling the bots what the priority is of the information. So I've done a lot of AI optimization on websites just so that a business can reach their goals of being, more visible in particular areas, especially, if they want to reach local clients. But also, if they want to increase their visibility through things like social media or email campaigns, again, we're making sure that we have the right messaging, branding, verbiage in in all of those pieces, as well as imagery when it comes to social media. And I've seen companies make great strides once they have consistent messaging in several different places. This gives
Mhm.
them more credibility, makes them look more professional.
Actually, that's really important because a lot of times people don't know how to make things consistent. So their social media and their website and their blog aren't kind of like one continuous flow.
It's a lot of work to do that because it's a lot of moving parts. You know, you might have your web developer working on changes to your website. You might have a separate person, or maybe yourself, doing the social media or the email campaigns. A lot of times people are experts in one particular area and not the rest. So it's really hard to have someone who's good at all of it. And it does take time to make sure that, especially if you're doing a rebrand of some kind, you've got to make sure that wherever you show up, that new logo and new messaging shows up there too, because that is who you are. So
Right.
whatever's on the website should match whatever's on Facebook and Instagram or TikTok or Google My Business page. Incredibly important. You got to have one of those. And, you know, any other directories that you might be listed on, which, you know, sometimes you don't even know how many directories you're listed on. There may be an industry directory out there that they just scraped your information and threw your business name on. It's hard to find all the places you might actually be.
Right. So it seems like having somebody on your team that can help you with that would be essential because this isn't something that most people do unless you've got a marketing agency and that's your business, right? If you're doing something else, then this is an extra thing that you have to add on, and trying to keep all these parts moving can be overwhelming.
It can definitely be overwhelming. And, you know, depending on how it's being done, if it's efficient, that's great. If it's not efficient, it's probably costing you time and money, and may not be done to your level of expectations if you're counting on other people. So it is possible, though, to link all of these tasks together and have marketing and sales automation all in one piece.
Right.
And it generates all of that consistency for you. However, it comes with the bigger price tag. So it's a way to weigh your options. What's the most important for you at the stage that you're at? Are you
Right.
good with doing some of these things yourself? Are you passing it off to another staff member? Are you outsourcing it? Or do you want to automate it and invest in your business and make sure that those things are always consistently being done regardless?
Now, that's a really great point because one of the things that we talk about in the roundtable is um, what are what are all of your processes? What are the things that you absolutely have to do, and what are the things that you could give to somebody else? And then when you add in automation, it becomes not only are you giving it to somebody else, but you're giving it to something else that requires you to have boundaries set for it, that it's monitored so that it doesn't go crazy and you're ending up having to undo everything that it's done. So this is a huge area.
Yeah. When you outsource things like this, of course, you know, your business is your baby. So, you know, the branding and messaging is critical for your outsourced partners to get right, or even your staff members.
Right.
So you really have to have a good idea of, you know, what your brand and messaging is in the first place, so someone else can then duplicate it. And once you have some processes put in place, um, you you make sure that you've hired someone who can prove that what they're doing is working for you. So, you know, say you've got someone working on your social media. They should give you access to a dashboard of information so that you can see the performance of your social media campaigns.
Mhm.
It will also let you know if some changes are required. You know, if certain headings not working, a certain image doesn't look great. You know, you should always be able to approve whatever's going out before it goes out. You know, there
Right.
should be at least a 30-day lag on something like that. And so every piece that you decide to either outsource or use automation for, be sure that whoever you're working with can show you how it's working, that it should be a visible system, a customized dashboard where you can at a glance know if something's going right or if something's going wrong.
So it would seem that, if you're starting from scratch, like you've not automated anything, your AI has kind of been limited to let me ask it questions and get answers. That a good place to start might be to get your whole universe, if you like, audited so that you have a good idea of where to start, where would you get the biggest bang for your buck, if you like. Because that's not going to be obvious from just, standing there looking at everything.
Exactly. And again, if you're hiring someone who knows what they're doing for any of these pieces and for automations, they should be gathering lots of information from you up front. And they should be able to explain in detail what timelines are happening, the exact cost, and exactly what they're offering there. They should provide you some support when you have questions. Because when you first get started, you're going to have a lot of questions on how this process is working. So yeah, that's a critical piece.
Okay. And auditing is something that you do. Is that correct, Jessica?
Oh yeah, we do an AI readiness review for your website. We take a look at what your competitors are doing. We find out where your gaps are and what needs to be fixed. Additional pages that you might want to add, better calls to action, whatever comes out of that piece. Plus, there's things that go on behind the scenes in a website that help your ranking online and visibility online with browser search. There's plug-in pieces if you want some foundational SEO and AEO running in the background for you. And what that means is it'll clean up your citation list. It'll look at your meta tags and descriptions, which are ways to tell bots the priority and information that you're giving it so that it knows how to share it, how to read it. So those are, technical pieces that most people don't think of because they can't see it.
Right.
But if you don't have that foundational piece in the background, that's probably why no one knows where your website is unless they type in the actual website address.
Right.
So, keep that in mind. It is a technical piece. A lot of people just want to gloss over it. It's way more important than you think. So be sure that that's a part that you've incorporated into all your automations. Just knowing the basics of SEO and AEO.
There's just so much, and it's all moving so fast. So it's really great that that people like you are out there and actually know what they're doing, and can bring this expertise to people to make sure that their businesses not only thrive, but actually people can find them and refer other people to them. I'm going to bring up your contact information, Jessica, so people can see how to get hold of you. You have a calendar link so people can get on your calendar, talk about what the audit looks like and how to get one of those done. And also people can find you on LinkedIn, which is important. They can start a conversation there and see what is the best way for you to be able to help them out. And I know that I've known you for a while now. I know the work that you do is excellent, and you would be able to help these people enormously. So any of you that are thinking about starting to look at a broader audience, starting to really get out there and bring your message to the world, you need to look at all of your assets, all of your marketing assets, and make sure that they're not only consistent, but that they're also set up for this new world of AI. And Jessica can help you with all of that. So thank you so much, Jessica. I really appreciate your being here. It's been a delight speaking with you and having you explain some of this stuff to us. And for those of you who are not yet in the roundtable, come and talk to me. If you are a woman who has done your proof of concept, you're cash flowing a few $1,000s a month, but you're not ready to scale because you don't have that infrastructure in place yet, then come on, let's have a chat. You can go to the website, yourentitysolution.com/yes-roundtable, or you can just text me 702-462-4616. Let's have a conversation and see if this is the right program for you.
Thank you, Wendy.
So once again, Jessica, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You have a great rest of your day.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.